Well, hello, students, and welcome to another lesson using Sketchup.com. By popular demand, today I'm going to show you how to make one glass, put some material on it, and then copy it 5 more times so that you have a set of 6. And without further ado, let's begin. The way to get to SketchUp, and I would type in free SketchUp in the Google Chrome browser, and then on the very first link, you select it, and then you should be taken to a window where it says Start Modeling. So you do start modeling, and hopefully you can log in with your Google account, or you're already logged in like I was. And so what you do to begin this thing is create new. And I immediately move to the right side of the SketchUp tools, and I see the second tool up from the bottom is called Model Info. Select that and change the format from fractions to decimals. 0.0 inches, leave the precision as the default, and leave the snap interval as the default. The next thing to do is select this scenes tab. It's like a movie clipboard. And then I always believe you should model in this parallel projection. So I select that and then select the front view. And here's a fellow who's 6'3". I select him with my cursor and hit the delete key to remove him. Now the hand tool down the bottom left, that is a pan tool, and I pan and bring my origin point down and to the left. The red axis is across, that's the x-axis, and the blue axis going up is the y-axis. At this point, all I'm going to do is draw the profile of a water glass and then revolve it using this thing called a follow me tool. So start with a line. Now this initial line is mainly for measurement, although you'll use just a tiny portion of it. So I use this line, and I happen to know the water glass I want is about 7 inches tall. So I'm going to click on the origin, and as I pull my pencil up the Y axis, I just take my hands off and hit 7 on the keyboard and then enter. And that made a 7-inch line. And don't be alarmed if it's very short. You're just zoomed out very far. So you can take your mouse wheel, and in my case, I push the mouse wheel towards me, which zooms in on my 7-inch line. Now, in order to detach this tool, you just hit the escape key. It's in the upper right portion of your keypad. Just hit it a few times. Oops, I guess maybe Control Z. Just do what it takes to detach, but I feel like I hit escape or I click and I hit Control Z and it detached, because what I want to do is work on the bottom across the X axis now. The bottom of my glass is going to be 2.5 inches in diameter. So that means the radius that I want to draw is 1.25, 1.25 inches. So I'm going to select the origin and then pull my pencil along the red axis, take my hands off. Don't click that second time. Take your hands off and just type 1.25 and then hit enter. And there's a 1.25 inch line there at the bottom of my glass. And if you'll notice, the pencil is still attached. And also, for intermittently, you can click the pan tool hand and reposition, and then reselect the pencil or the line tool, and then you're still attached. And all I'm going to do is go up to about the 7-inch area. It doesn't have to be perfect, but and flare it out to the right a little and select click, and then move it over just a little to the left, click, and I'm drawing this profile. So again, take the pan tool, you need to reposition, so you reposition and then select the line tool, and then you're attached again. Now, if you zoom in, you'll get much more accuracy, and you're trying to draw a parallel line that's parallel to the outside line that you just drew, and then click, and then click over at the axis, click. Now, if you've done it right, it'll be a white profile. And then what I'm going to do in this case is draw one more line across the bottom like this, because this software has a tendency to make the object hollow if you have a line right on your x-axis. So now that I've drawn that, I'm going to actually use this eraser tool. It's the second tool down on the left, and erase this bottom section and all these lines here. So you see how I've deleted all this lower area and also this upper axis line that I used for measurement. Click, delete that. Now you're about a third done. There are 2/3 more to go on this project. What you want to do now is you're going to want to orbit. So I go to the bottom left tool and select the orbit tool, and then push my left cursor down and pivot and rotate my profile so I'm looking down on it. And then I'm going to go under the rectangle tool. So you click the rectangle, and then the third tool down is the circle tool. Click. And I am going to zoom in more so I get more accuracy, because I do not want to put this circle on the bottom of my glass. I just want to put it on the, I guess you could say it's the XZ plane. And I want to make sure that circle's blue, so that means I'm orbiting around the blue axis. Anyway, click at the origin, click, drag your circle out, and this will be what you use to follow as you use the follow me tool to rotate your profile. Click. So if you look at it again and you've done it like this, then you've done it correctly. And the next step is just to, under the push-pull tool, the second tool down is the follow me tool. And the best way to go about this is to click on your profile, make sure those blue dots show up, and then you want to focus in right where this circle you made touches the red axis. If you click there, click, then you'll have a seamless glass to which you can apply some materials. So you go over here to the right side where you see the materials cube and it has a checkerboard on it. Select that, and then use this magnifying glass in the upper area here to search for maybe glass and mirrors. You can pick something you like. Try the blue. I'm going to try the blue today. And then what you do is just select the material and then select the surface that you want to apply it to. And then you can use the orbit tool and make sure you apply, again, click the material and then the inside of the glass, the top of the glass, and you can orbit and select the bottom of the glass. Now, if you notice, here is the circle that I used to create this follow me. So what I want to do is select the select tool, which is the arrow, and also want to select this line and then hit delete to remove it and go back to the material and select that. Now the entire glass, I believe, is blue. Nope. Select that. Now that I have 6 glasses, one glass, I'm going to make 6 out of it, that is. What I'm going to do, again, put it into front view. And then there's another thing you can do to simplify your life is right click on this. And there's, I believe actually you can select it with this marquee, right click, and make it a component. Call it glass, water glass. I'm going to call it water glass. And make sure you can select any, glue to any surface. Click that checkbox and then click OK. Should put a blue bounding box around your glass. At that point, you just go Control C, Control V, and then click. You have 2 glasses. Control V, you have 3 glasses. Control V, you have 4 glasses. Control V, you have 5 glasses. Control V, you have 6 glasses. There's nothing more to this project than that. Again, use the Control C to copy and Control V, hold the Control and the C to copy, and then hold Control and V to paste, and then use your mouse to click once and you'll create a copy. Hit Control V again and copy, and so on and so forth until you've made your 6. Center, save. And don't forget to save it in your Sketchup folder. Call it 6 glasses. I'm going to call my 6 glasses number 2. This is the second time I've done it. Save here. And then finally, once it's saved, it'll say 6 glasses. Then you go to these 3 lines. You download PNG. Now don't forget to export as PNG. You can see, went down to the bottom left here, 6 glasses PNG. That means it went in my downloads folder, or it possibly went into your recents folder. So now I'm going to check my downloads folder and verify that those glasses are there. The 6 glasses are there, and that's the image you want to turn in for assignment credit. Good luck.